Hello there. Let's talk about it. A lot of people were coming on me. Why are you not talking about Charles Barkley? You talked about the guy Ari. But Willie D said the same things about Charles Barkley. No, he did not. I heard what Willie D said, and he did not say the same things as that guy did. In his Willie D country voice, he came right out and made a statement and said, I don't know why you had to take Kobe Bryant, but it should have been Charles Barkley. I don't know why you took Kobe. You should have took Charles Barkley. And once he started talking like that, that's in poor taste. I mean, it really is, because Charles Barkley got a wife, he got kids that love him, and to say it should have been this person and not that person, when that person hasn't done anything to worthy that kind of response. Now, if you said that about the Ari guy, then I can't argue with that. All I can say is, well, yeah, he kind of brought that on himself. So, yeah, I can see him saying that for that, but I just felt that was in poor taste. You might not agree, some might not, and I understand that. Not everybody's gonna agree with the statement or my position on it, but I understand he don't like Charles Barkley. He done made a song about Charles Barkley, called him a coon. He ain't nothing but the biggest coon. It's coon season. And Charles Barkley is just buck dancing. And we got to put them all and get them all out the game. So he had this disdain for Charles Barkley for a long time. And the music video is hilarious, though. But that's in poor taste, though, to say, you should have took somebody else instead of Kobe, and you put Charles Barkley out there like that when Charles Barkley's honoring the man. But I don't know how many times Charles Barkley doing that whole thing, inside it, when they honoring Kobe Bryant, no matter who he came out there with, he told the same story 100 times in a row. No matter who came out there. Now look, me and Kobe, we ain't friends. Like, I didn't know him like y'all knew him, but when I heard, I cried. Like he was one of my family members. And then he said that already one time. Then the second time, they had two new people come sit out. I didn't know him like you did, or you did. But I'm going to tell you something. When I found out, I cried. He said that about 3 times during the show. And I'm like, no, he ain't finna say that again. Now, me and Kobe Bryant wasn't like, I didn't know him like you knew him. And like you knew. But I'll tell you, when I heard the news, I'm like, if Charles Barkley, they're on television, you could just say it once. It will be heard. That's the only Kobe Bryant story he had. I mean, yeah, he kept it real. He like, I'm not going to be like everybody else talking about how well they knew him. Well, that's just the way it is. Kobe was doing, Charles was doing his best, thing he was doing, but I was just pointing that out. They got really nothing to do with this. I was just pointing that out. But he was honoring Kobe. He was spoke very respectful on the man. So to say, for Willie D to say, I hope somebody should have took Charles Barkley instead of Kobe, You know, that's like people gonna be like, man, what y'all say about Kobe? You would think that's the case. And he didn't say anything about him. He just, because he's got some disdain for Charles Barkley, he said that. That's his opinion. The man said what he said, but I just think that's in very poor taste. Based on the situations that, that's right now, it's like we don't need that. That's like me putting out, like, I got a video right now that's going in, this is before Kobe passed. I got a video that's basically going in on LeBron, not really, but stating a fact that people were, passing on as a lie. So the video is going to come out, not this time, but you might see it weeks later. But that video was recorded before the Kobe news and everything ever hit. I think I got like 2 videos that I did before Kobe passed that I'm just going to let time go by. It ain't time. Like, I could lay into LeBron and do all that stuff, but it's not time for that. It's not time for that. Yeah, we mentioned that. The Coon Season song he did. Now, some of the things Charles Barkley say, I agree with. Some of the things he say, I don't agree with. But there's no way to, wishing death on him. He ain't did nothing that's worthy of that. I mean, Willie D, he does Willie D things. He's gonna make some good points, and he's definitely gonna say some things that's like, jaw dropping, get your attention. So I don't know who this fool is and why he keep looking at me. Well, people always change their perspectives. People's perspectives change all the time. 1 minute they one way, and another minute they're another way. Well, all my money came back off of the other bet that we had against. Wait and see how that's going to play out. So, well, there's a girl named Michelle. She was involved in a lot of different things that transpired during that time, and that's something different entirely. Yeah, her friend's a bookie and all that stuff, so it is what it is. I never thought in a million years that I would be upset at something like Willie D said. I wasn't really upset, I was just a little disappointed, that's all. I was like, man, dude, that's like in poor taste. It's like, this Kobe Bryant, man, it's like, you're not honoring Kobe by doing that. Like, I could see if the guy was dumping on Kobe like Ari did. I'm glad he's being deceased, That's not cool. We don't play those games here, and We don't do that over here at all. You know, for life is another, but we don't joking fashion wish death on somebody. Well, it's a lot of things happening in the communities out here. Like, there's a lot of people doing a lot of different things that are shifty, you know, that's in the industry right now. What was you waiting for? What was this about? What was that about? This person in front of me just sat there at the green light and let the green light turn yellow. Braking at a green light. Now we gotta wait his 6 years at the red light. Well, Charles Barkley speaks the truth that's common to where he lives. You know, he speaks a rich black man truth. You know, a rich black man sometimes feels like, I don't owe nobody nothing. I made it out doing it this way, and you can do the same thing. And that's just not, it's not realistic. And it's not the truth. Not everybody can make it out the same way. Some people actually need a little bit of help. But they try to make you, some of the rich black men try to make you feel like you know, like you should never ask for help or stick your hand out. Now, if you're doing the right things in life, then yeah, people will help you. You deserve help. But if you're not doing the right things in life, don't stick your hand out looking for somebody to save you. It's not gonna happen. But some of them try to shame you for asking for help, but yet they'll help somebody else. You know, it's really weird, but they will help somebody else who really didn't need the help. Well, he gets viewed like that because of how he thinks. It's really not. He's just realistic. He don't like lazy people. Even though that's funny, Charles Barkley saying he don't like lazy people. But what he means is, Charles has never had a job in his life. Charles Barkley has never had a job in his life. So for Charles Barkley, this is saying a lot. Because he ain't never have a job a day in his life. All he did was play basketball. He played sports his entire career, and that was that. And nobody could tell him nothing, and it was just Charles. So now that he playing ball for his entire life and made money, and now he goes straight to broadcasting, he never really had a job. So for him to know the struggles on what somebody else had to do, who had to go to work for a living, and be able to gravitate to them people, he don't identify. He think people just lazy and they don't want to do nothing, so they get government help. And why should I donate all this money and this and that? And they ain't trying to do nothing. They just lazy. Get up and start working. You know, and in some cases, yeah, they're right. But not everybody's like that. You might see a majority, but not everyone is like that. But he has this program in his head that everybody's the same way. If the majority of them are like that, they like that. And because they like that, say, man, I know my people. We just lazy. We need to just get up off the couch and start doing things. And stop asking people for help. Some people actually need help. Believe it or not, y'all, some of them need help. It's just the way it is. But some of them just don't understand it. So it's a disconnect when you deal with someone like Willie D. Willie D is from 5th Ward, Texas. That's very poor. You know, and he grew up in the streets. So he identified with people that didn't have nothing and had to put 2 coins together. Even when he was a rapper, he was no very big, successful superstar rapper. They had a hit song, and they really, you know, made some headway with that album, and he had some solo albums, but his solo albums never really, like, broke out. But he was looked at as a celebrity or a star, and he had a profile or whatever, and he was doing his thing. So he found the avenue with this YouTube thing. But it was funny to me how all the rappers was talking about people on YouTube. Now everybody on YouTube is rappers. That's crazy. It was funny to me how they did that. They talking about, man, y'all just on the internet running y'all mouths, man. Y'all don't know nothing about this. Next thing you know, yo, this is my new show. Live from YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, remember that 3-4 years ago? Before they realized it was podcast money and all this other type of money. I was ahead of the curve. I knew the podcast was going to blow. I was trying to get this thing going with the Real Brothers, trying to build it up, and then we was going to start a podcast, Real Brothers, and get that on the go. People was ready to get behind it. Then when you got people rolling with you that don't have your vision, they can't see past nothing. They see only what's in front of them. They can't see ahead. And it's not their fault. It's just that they're that way. They can only see what's in front of them. So it's like when people think small, you get small. You think and dream big, big things happen. Big things don't happen to small-minded people. It's very rare that happens. Small-minded thinkers, they get small-minded results. Now, I'm not going to say I invented the podcast. I'm not one of them, but I'm just saying, back when podcasts wasn't even really blowing up like that to where the money was coming down in it, I knew that it would. So it was fun for me to do that. That was my downtime. Doing Real Brothers was like my downtime, even though I was doing the work. I did all the editing and the chopping of the photos and all this stuff and putting the audio and stuff out there. So, and it wasn't really that long to do. It was just tedious. So, doing all that, and then all my buddy had to do was just talk about sports, you know, and he can just go on about his day. So I don't want to have to chop it up and make different titles for the Real Brothers and put them out there and make the series up. So it worked out great, you know, for a while, and then for some reason he didn't want to do it. Now I want to do it. I'm like, all right, you don't want to do it. So that's that. But now he missed out on a minimum $80,000. I'm going to be all right. But he missed out on about $80,000. Sorry about that. And that's a minimum. Willie D said what was on his mind. I ain't nobody ever said he didn't. I just said it was a poor taste. Well, Charles Barkley got a wife and kids, that care about his, and I can see if he disrespected Kobe Bryant. That man didn't disrespect Kobe Bryant, so why would you say instead of Kobe, why wouldn't you take Charles Barkley? That just don't make sense. You better off saying the guy Ari in that situation. Whoever Ari is, if you had said that, then I'd understood it, because that guy has he got a platform. He's a stand-up comedian, chills with Joe Rogan and all this stuff, but he's the one that was talking negatively about Kobe. So naturally, if you said his name, it would make more sense. So mentioning somebody who was honoring Kobe and the people that had passed on the plane, and why would you put him in such a poor light when Kobe has passed? It's just like me dumping on LeBron James and dogging LeBron in this moment when Kobe's gone. Like, if I'd have said, man, why didn't you, instead of Kobe, why wouldn't you take LeBron? Somebody actually said that on social media, and I had to check them for saying that. Now, I don't like the way LeBron James plays as a basketball player, and I think he's an egomaniac for sure. Overrated? Absolutely. But never do I wish death on him or his children or anybody else. I don't do that. And everybody know I don't play that. You don't do that. Never speak ill on a man's family. And definitely wouldn't say anything as ridiculous as that. Because that's beyond poor taste to me. That's just immature and childish. So, naturally, I wouldn't say that. And in case you guys just joined, I was telling them beforehand, I had a video in which I was talking about not Kobe, but LeBron. And it's a video that's coming out later, much later down the road. But this wasn't the time and place to put that video out. This is before Kobe passed. And I'm like kind of talking about LeBron, but not really. But yeah. But it's not the place for that video right now. So we'll just wait. We'll hold it. I'll sit on it and let it sit in the vault. But when you hear it, know that that video is about 2-3 weeks old when you hear it. Because you won't hear that video for about 2-3 weeks. Yeah, it's 2 videos that you haven't heard. And you probably won't. Right, it's just not the time or place for that right now. Nobody has the energy for that. It's not the time. But yeah, thanks for the guys who did donate to the page. Hitting the Streamlab up. That's the donate button in the description box. Thank you. You guys hit the Streamlab up. I'm very happy that you did that. I'm very grateful that you guys have been making that possible. And everybody else who's hit the Cash App up, y'all the reason I did this live. Tim and KG got chips? Absolutely. Oh, the white leather seats. The white gray. The white is gray. Leather seats. Oh yeah. We got automatic headrest. Yes, with heated seats. Yes, sir. Heated seats. All the way. If Charles Barkley, look at what Charles Barkley did. Look what Charles Barkley did in his career with being lazy. Look what he was able to do with his career. Now that's Barkley being lazy. Can you imagine Charles Barkley focused? Can you imagine Charles Barkley determined? Can you imagine Charles Barkley in shape, ready to go? To be honest, y'all, Shaq was in better shape than Charles Barkley. It's just that Shaq never really had to work on too much because, I mean, he was a big man. All his moves down in the post was just big man bully ball. So they didn't never have anybody there to defend Shaq or anything like that. Like, they never had anybody for him. There was like no more big men in the league. Hakeem Olajuwon was old. Patrick Ewing knees was out. David Robinson retired. And then he started dominating. David Robinson left with a championship. He retired with a chip. No, stop David. So that's one guy that's going in the hall with Kobe, who got 5 championships and had a dynasty. And they don't even talk about the Spurs like that, but they should. But anyway, I'm out.